I have some important news to share with you, and you're pretty much the first to hear about this news because I met with all your teachers and all the staff this morning to share some news. And as you know, last year Miss Warner, who had been principal for many years, retired. And then we went looking for a new principal, and at that time we didn't get a principal, so I asked Miss Ward if she would be the interim principal. And as you know, she was the vice principal for many years as well. So last Monday, I did with a number of our parents and a number of the people within our parish, we did interviews. And we interviewed a number of people who wanted to be the principal of Christ the King School, because they've heard about this wonderful school and they wanted to be your principal. And so Mrs. Ward interviewed and she wanted to be the principal. And so I am delighted to announce today the new principal of Christ the King School is Mrs. Ward. Come on, my father. And the one thing, or there's many things, Mrs. Ward loves Christ the King School. She is a great educator, and she loves each and every one of you. And I am so happy and so proud to be able to announce on this, as we celebrate 75 years of a school, that Mrs. Ward is our new principal. Mrs. Ward, have you anything to say? And she becomes the principal right away.
I just want to let everybody know how excited I am about this. It's such an honor. It's such an honor to be the principal of this school. Looking out at your faces and seeing you every day, it's just such a treat to come to work. It's such a treat to have been your assistant principal and your interim principal. You make me smile every single day. I can walk down the halls, or I can see you on the playground or in the lunchroom, and you make me realize why I do this job that I've done for 175 years. So I just want to say I'm excited about being the principal of your school, and we're going to keep doing the great things that we do. You're going to keep being those wonderful kids, those hard workers, those great artists, those wonderful musicians, and I'm going to be right there with you, and I'm really excited. So thank you very much. That's one way to do it.
Who's the assistant principal?
Mr. Saporito is the interim dean of students for the rest of this year.
How long do you want to do this job?
Well, let's see, the school is 75 years old. Maybe for another 75 years? What do you think?
What are you going to do differently?
Wow, that's a big question.
That's a wonderful question. You know, last year we did some surveys, Kate, and we asked the teachers and the parents and the students what they thought about Christ the King School, what the strengths were, and what some opportunities for improvement were. And you gave us some answers, and we've been studying those since I've been the interim principal and making some changes and looking at things that could improve Christ the King. We're going to be all about keeping Christ the King going forward and improving the whole time that you're here and that I'm here.
What is your New Year's resolution?
Oh, gosh. Do you want me to be honest or say something very principally? My New Year's resolution every year is always to lose weight.
You know, I think, I know all of you pretty well, and I know that there's lots of things that you would love your new principal to do, but I think she could make a big decision today that you'd really like. Is that good, Mrs. Ward?
Definitely think so. All right, let's see. One of my first decisions, since you guys and your teachers and I are working so hard since we've been back from Christmas, I'm thinking maybe, can I say two things, Bob?
Two things? You're the principal. I don't care.
I think maybe a jeans day and no homework one night next week. What do you think? What about a jeans day on Monday and a no homework night on Monday? Or maybe we better leave that up to your teachers. One night next week that your teachers decide is the best night for y'all to have no homework.
Is that good? So do you think our new principal made good decisions this morning? Yes. All right.